Hi, thank you for joining me. In today's video, we'll be talking about how to buy a land. The easy way of buying a land, the most safer way of buying a land, because as you know, in Ghana, buying a land can be a little bit complicated. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the easy and the simplest way to achieve that. My name is Napoku, stick and stay, and I'll be right back. Boom. Baby na me da phone so da baby nana poku welcome back and thank you for staying. So as I did mention earlier, buying a land in Ghana can be a little bit stressful. The process is not straightforward. Many times lots of people, including myself, have made mistakes which resulted in us losing lots of money. I bought land in Ghana and I didn't go through the right process, had to do everything fast, so I ended up losing money. Now I'm here to show you the process in which you can take to be able to obviously not just lose your money, but also get a proper land, get a proper decent land. We have two seasons in Ghana. We have the wet season and then the dry season. So when you're going out to search for a land, I would honestly suggest that you do that during the dry season, because the wet season, because during the wet season, when the rains are falling, it gives you the opportunity to see what type of land you're buying, whether the land you're buying a land in a waterlogged area or not. So this is very, very important, because I've done it in the past whereby I've purchased acres of land, and unfortunately for me, when it was time for us to start working on the land during the rain season, we couldn't do anything. We ended up losing money because we started part of the job during the the dry season. So summertime. So we were able to take excavators to go and then grade the land or whatever you call it. But during the wet season, when it was time for us to build, that was when we realized that the land was not, we bought a land literally in the middle of a waterlog, so it was no good to us. We had to then change our plans, and then we had to go and buy a different land. So that was, if you don't have the funds at that time, it would have been disastrous. So yeah, the easy steps of buying a land in Ghana. I'm going to show you the easy steps. First of all, consider the what you're using the land for. If it's for farming, then there's no problem. But if it's for a house, you're building your home, then you need to make sure you start searching for the land during the wet season. As I said, during the wet season, because you don't want to be building in waterlog. When the rains fall, you're doomed. So let's say you found the land. Now there's one thing as well you need to consider. In Ghana, there are middlemen, those who are like in between you and the actual landowners. So for instance, if the owner wants to sell the land for such and such amount, the middleman will then inflate it a little bit so that they can get something for their pockets. Again, that can be very frustrating, because say you've got your budget, they look at you, but in Ghana they sell everything to you by your appearance as well. So you might want to tone it down with your dressing a little bit when you go into negotiations with the locals, because they look at your appearance and they based on how rich they think you are, that's how they're gonna sell the land to you. So if you're even smart, you can get a local guy to go and lead the negotiation process, the bargaining process, and it can help you to bring the price down. Now, when it comes to payment, that's where it gets tricky, because you don't want to pay for a land before you are aware the land has been sold to lots of people, not just you. That's the sad reality. Some people are greedy. They sell the lands to, say, Mr. A, and then they will sell it to Mr. B. But that's how it happens. So the landowner will give the land to the people to sell, to the middlemen to sell, not just one middleman, say a couple of middlemen. So this middleman A is out there selling the land, middleman B is also out there selling the land. They will both come with clients. So now that's where it's like monopoly. Who has the biggest money, or who wants to spend more gets the land. That's how it's done back there. So like I said, before you make any full payments, first of all you have to verify that indeed this land belongs to the seller. And personally, this is what I do. I go to the land. When I'm inspecting the land, I'm there with a surveyor to make sure that actually the land is the right size, as the paper says. And then for you to be able to know who owns the land, you have to go to Lands Commission. You have to go there. It can be a bit stressful. That's why some people skip this part, but you don't want to lose any money. Just spend that time, go to the lands to make sure that the name on the paper actually matches whoever owns the land. So I sometimes demand for an ID, to go with the name on the paper, an ID, as a voter's ID card, passports, driver's license, just to make sure that, just so you don't waste your time, and your money. So you verify your ID with the paper, the land documents, to make sure that yes, so and so owns the land, and then you take it to the land office. They will verify and tell you yes, whether it's true this guy owns the land or not. So after all is done and you're satisfied, again, you don't make any full payment. So you put a down payment, maybe a half of the actual payment. You give it to them, and then that you start the process of registering the land or transferring the name on the land, the title, into your name. You see? So when you're during this process, obviously you've committed, but you've not paid them the full amount of money, so they will be willing to cooperate. Should you hit any stumbling block in your registration, you call on them, they'll respond to you swiftly, because they know you still have some money to give them. Okay? So let me stress again, do not give any full money. Verify the ownership of the land. Make sure you're always there with a surveyor, and make sure you're working within your budget. Sometimes that's how they work. So you go there, and in your mind you're expecting, say, a plot, just one plot of land. But obviously you go there and then they will tell you, look, we've got 6 or 7. Your greediness will set in. You say, yeah, I'll have all 6 or 7, but you don't have the financial capacity to pay. So what you then do is that, right, you take this money and we will you take this money and I'll go back and search for more money. Now what you're doing now is that the moment you leave, these guys have taken a full plot, which is your budget. That's the only money you have. They've taken that cash, and because it's just a fraction of the amount of money you have to pay, they won't give you the papers. But guess what? They are still advertising for that land. Somebody with bigger pockets will see them and buy the whole land. So by the time you return, now the land is gone. So you have to then fight for your money, and it can be a bit stressful getting your money back. So yeah, this is just a short video to give you an insight when it comes to buying land. So take care, and I wish you all the luck. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and like and comment. If there's anything that you think we should have mentioned that we did not mention, kindly put that in the comment section and we'll do that. Thank you very much. Be safe, be blessed. Bye.
Yes, people. when you second to whom yana wait him call kai or bana me no bona yes a doom so and the media domintina ma would ya so yes a wayek exam so be a here so you for listen life be fucking into kai debbie will be here me kitchen they preach love but they don't practice I sorry no wakwa and so who where the fact is the janka waye mobofi se woni obi anajo wokoda gari na wo be so okay for sure pastor aboche na wo easy if you sorry the muffin na kese na wo give steady wo life na fa wo ho ema Kristo unleash the dragon me be pieces Cisco sika be shemi a me kodi wo trade fair na say wo se me nyi yi agi for take care
hey, that's it, that's right, that's the biggest rapper.
Semo akwento musem me da baby na me da phone so da baby nana poku me